Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to episode 104 of Magnificent Mondays. And this week we're looking at. Where are we? Are you there? Where am I? I can't see from my hand. I'm covering up Under Siege 1. Under Siege 2, Dark Territory. I've got it on the Blu-ray with a double thing. So that's what we're doing. Under Siege 2, Dark Territory, starring Steven Seagal, my favourite actor, along with Telly Savalas. It does me bloody head in. It does. I've watched it today, obviously, and I just wish they get other people in his films. I'm sure he's got lots of fans, but I'm not one of them. But the film itself, I really do like. But anyway, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. We're live on YouTube and Rumble and Twitch. Don't know why I keep doing Twitch. And explore the description for links for stuff like merch. And me books. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. Oh, they're underneath things. They're on Amazon Kindle and paperback. The links in the description. And my social medias and my other websites and me what else? My other channels, like my music channel, which I've just done a new song, but I haven't done a video for it yet, called "The End of All Things." Although that isn't actually said in the song, but never mind. What else? Is that it? I'll become a member, and then you get exclusive videos and early access videos and I don't know, stuff in the chat. I don't know, emojis or whatever in the chat. And join us in the live chat if you're a subscriber for more than a day. And that's about it, isn't it? Right, so Under Siege 2, Dark Territory. It came out in, 1995? I think it was. Let me check. Yes, 1995. Kind of got the same plot as GoldenEye, and there were another one as well that came out the same year that had a similar plot, and I can't remember what it was. What was it now? I forgot. I don't think I've seen it. I read it somewhere. Let me check. It says it in here somewhere. I'm going to have to do a Control F. Bear with me. It's live already. Escape from LA, that was it. The film was released the same year as GoldenEye and a year before Escape from LA. All of these films are about terrorists taking control of orbital space weapons. You know what? I've only seen Escape from LA once, and I don't really remember much about it. Apart from it wasn't very good. Anywho, that's by the by. Where were we? Directed by Jeff Murphy, my mate's dad, spelled differently. He's not really my mate's dad. He's just got the same name as my mate's dad. Had a budget of $60 million, box office of $104 million, so it didn't do that well, to be honest. As I said, stars Steven Seagal, Katherine Heigl, a very young Katherine Heigl. I think she was only 16 when she did this. Eric Bogosian, Maurice Chestnut, Everett McGill, Brenda Backey. I think that's how I pronounce it. And people returning from the first film like Dale Dye and the fellow that plays the Admiral, whose name I've forgotten. Bear with me, I'll look him up. Admiral Andy Romano, there we go, as Admiral Bates. He returns from the first film, as does, I forgot his name as well, Nick Mancuso as the CIA director. And joining the team is Kurtwood Smith as a Major General Stanley Cooper. But anywho, it's a fun film, written by Richard Hatem, cool name, Hatem, I don't even know him, and Matt Reeves, yes, that Matt Reeves, who went on to do stuff like Cloverfield, a couple of the Planet of the Apes films. What else did he do? He did that. What the bloody call it now? Let Me In. That was it. Let Me In. He did that as well, didn't he? I think. And the Batman. He did the Batman as well, didn't he? So yes, that Matt Reeves. And they didn't write it as an Under Siege sequel. It was just an action script that they wrote in the mid-90s, because there were a lot of demand for them sort of films in the mid-90s. So they wrote this action script, and it got picked up, and the producer decided to turn it into a Under Siege sequel. And the same were going to happen with Under Siege 3, but that didn't happen, did it? I don't think there's been an Under Siege 3, has there? But anyway. Anyway, Win Grace is here saying Under Siege. Oh, it's the sequel, isn't it? Under with the 2 in the siege. Snort Pooper says, I never saw this movie and didn't know there was a sequel. So there you go. Now you know. It's not a great film, but I enjoy it. And Steven Seagal's bloody awful in it. He's the definition of phoning it in for this film. But anywho. Basil Polidouris did the music for it. Like I say, it's got more money thrown at it than it kind of deserves. To be honest, in my opinion, Steven Seagal spoils it. But he's one of the producers. He probably helped get it going, I suppose. I'm not a fan of Steven Seagal. But anyway, and neither are a lot of the women that he works with, including Katherine Heigl. Apparently, Jenny McCarthy she auditioned for a role in the film as the what they call them, one of the staff on the train. It's set on a train. It's Die Hard on the train. Under Siege, the first one was Die Hard on a ship. This one's Die Hard on a train. And there's staff on the train, and Jenny McCarthy auditioned for a role as Kelly, one of the I don't know what she is. I can't remember what she is. Just bear with me. Kelly. A barmaid. She's a barmaid. I thought she had another name. But she auditioned for that role, and apparently Steven Seagal wanted her to take all the clothes off in the auditioning room, and she refused. She says, if you want to see me with no clothes on, just get Playboy, because it's that Jenny McCarthy. But so she stormed out, and somebody else got the role. And apparently there's unsavoury things with Katherine Heigl going on as well. Or there was, allegedly, even though she was only 16. But anyway, that's another reason why I don't like Steven Seagal. And apparently he had to wear a corset during this film because he was starting to put his weight on. Snort Poop says it's hard to beat the real star of the first movie, Erika Eleniak. Gary Busey is the star of the first film. But anyway, is that it? Right, shall we get on with it? We shall begin. Obviously, we're not going to watch the film. It's a breakdown and review. There's bugger all on the Blu-ray, unless you want to count trailer as special features. I know sod all about this film. By the way, when we get going in the film, I'm sure when I watched this originally, I probably rented it from Blockbuster or whatever on VHS, or maybe even DVD, I don't know. Or at 95, no, it'll be on VHS. I'm sure it had a different opening sequence. For some reason, maybe I'm having a Mandela effect, but I seem to remember the opening sequence being, when we get to it in the film, I'll tell you, being when the terrorists are taking over this military base or something. And for some reason, I seem to remember the credits over that. But in this, what we're going to watch, I think, anyway, it's over a different part. But anyway, right, we're going to watch the film. We're going to watch it in a series of stills. If I just play the film, YouTube will go mental and stop the stream. So we're going to watch it in a series of stills, and I'll try and remember things I've learned about it, mostly from IMDb trivia. But anyway, right, so we'll get on with it. I shall pop myself down in the corner. And I'm tired. Oh, I'm yawning already. Oh. I'm shattered. I woke up early, at 5 o'clock just before 4 o'clock this morning I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep, so I put my telly on, watched a bit of YouTube, nodded off again, and then, dozing and nodding, until like 8 o'clock, and then I got up. My life, my life. Anyway, right, off we go. Let's full screen this baby. I shall add it to the screen. Have I muted it? Yes, I have. Right, off we go. If it's going to play. Is it going to play? Yes, there we go. Good old Warner Brothers logo. Regency. Right, here we go. Steven Seagal. We begin with the shuttle launch. So it is the same as what's on the Blu-ray. But as I said, when we rented it on probably VHS back in the day, I'm sure it had a different opening sequence. But anyway, I can't get myself to watch YouTube on the TV. It feels too weird. I mostly watch YouTube on TV, on me telly there. Where I watch most of my YouTube. But I very rarely watch it on my computer. Sometimes watch it on my phone a bit, but not for too long. But mostly on my big telly. Mostly on my big telly. Anyway, there we go. A Jeff Murphy film. He would go on to do a couple of other films that are pretty good. You know what? And I can't remember what. I'm going to have to look him up. He was like, a New Zealand action director. What else did he do? It was a second unit director on the Lord of the Rings film trilogy. Cool. Anyway, right, where are we? Young Guns 2, he directed that, which I think I've probably seen, but I can't remember. What else? Oh, Fortress 2, he directed that. I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen the first one. That's one with Christopher Lambert in it, with the space station. He likes things to do with space, doesn't he? He was a second unit director on Dante's Peak, I love that film. And he was second unit director on Triple X State of the Union, which I've not seen. But there we go. So, yes. Right. Well, now I feel worse for my videos not being in HD. Are they not? You know what? I've not noticed. I've not noticed. They seem HD to me, are they not? I've never looked at the little thing to see if it says HD down in the corner. Anyway, right, Jeff Murphy, Underseas 2, Dark Territory. That was the original title, I think, just Dark Territory. But anyway, so we see a shuttle launch, except we don't, because we just see the bum end of the shuttle. Oh no, we don't. We see that bit, but we don't see it take off. We didn't on this anyway. Or maybe whatever. We don't see it going into the sky. That's what I'm trying to say. We just look at the smoke, and then we cut to. Obviously, I'm skipping bits, but this goes on for quite a while, and then we cut to some special effects. It tells us who does these special effects, and I can't remember. Is it? Where does it say? It says it there we go. Richard Juricic. Is that how you pronounce it? Juricic, I don't know. I think he used to work with ILM, didn't he? I think. Wingrace says 720 is the highest res my editing program lets me output without paying. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I paid for mine. I use, what do they call it now? Magix Vegas. It used to be Sony Vegas. It's not called Vegas anymore. It's called Magix Movie Maker. But it used to be called Sony Vegas. Then Magix bought them out. For a while it was Magix Vegas, and then it was Magix Movie Maker. But I did pay for it. I did buy it. I've got it on the disc somewhere. I've got the box and the discs and stuff for it. And it does the job for me. Anyway, right, so we've seen a satellite being launched from the spacing shuttle. And then we have a rip-off of Moonraker. Remember Moonraker, the James Bond film? Excuse me. Where they first see the space station, Drax's... Is it Drax? Yeah. Drax's space station. So I'm going to be burping a lot. Because I'm talking, and when you breathe, you tend to burp a lot when you're talking. But also, I had some delicious mince and mash and beans for my tea. And it's repeating on me. Anyway, where were we? Moonraker, Drax's space station. We see it revealed as the sun comes over the limb of the Earth. Much like what's going to happen with this satellite here. It does have a name. I forgot what it's called. Grazer 1 is the satellite. Anyway, so this we see. Here we're going to see it. The sun come up when it's ready. Anyway, yeah, does that, and then the satellite is revealed. Edited by Michael Tronick. Is that a real name? I bet he got picked on at school. Bet they called him Elic. What's your first name? Elic Tronick. Anywho, so the satellite fires itself up, kind of jerky. Is this like stop motion, or did they just get all the frame rates wrong? It looks a bit little jerky, as though it's, I don't know, they've slowed it down too much or something like that. See what I mean? It looks it to me anyway. Anyway, there we go, Grazer 1. It's deploying. There we go. Lots of spiky bits and stuff. It's a satellite that can destroy things. Anyway, there's Kurtwood Smith, who's playing the Major General. There's Nick Mancuso returning as the sleazy CIA director, who is even sleazier in this one. But anyway, there they are. ATAC. I presume it tells us what that stands for. I don't know. It's not going to tell us, is it? There we go. Advanced Technical Assessment Command. There we go. ATAC. So they've launched the satellite. It's completely secret, by the way, is the satellite deployment. So here we go. So there it is. It's all active. It's Grazer 1, and it's a spy satellite. It's got super duper cameras on. It was developed by a scientist called, I've forgotten his name already. Eric Bogosian. Travis Dane. Who apparently were crazy, but before this film he had died, but no body were found. Died in a car crash or something, or they pulled his car out of a lake, but there were no body, just a note. But anyway, so they're all excited because it all works, cool, and yes, is this what the bloody call him now? Give me the funny voice. Why don't I just look him up on IMDb? I know his name when I see him. I bet it's not him. It just looks like him. No, it's not him. It just looks like him. I forgot his bloody name now. Him that were in... he's a director as well. Scrooged. You know, they've got the weird voice. What the bloody call him now? Me and names. I'm going to have to look him up. I thought it was him anyway. Look up Scrooged. Windgrace is probably telling me. Or Snortopopoulos or whatever. Bobcat Goldthwait. That's what I'm thinking. Bobcat Goldthwait. I wouldn't say his name's an animal. Anyway. Snortopoopus says, completely secret means half the world knows about, and all the geeks have blue technical manuals and models. More than likely. Or blueprints. Yeah. I mean, they do launch secret stuff, don't they? I mean, the launch isn't secret, is it? But the deployment of, the satellite is secret. Because they still do it now, don't they? Is it NASA and that, or is it the Air Force or whatever's testing that? I forgot the name of it. X-34. That space plane. They keep launching it. Totally, we know it's launching, and there's footage of the plane, but we never know what mission it's doing, do we? They always say that's top secret, but anyway. I thought that was Bobcat Goldthwait. I thought he looks very tidy. He usually looks very unkempt, but it's not him. But he just sounds a bit like him. But anyway, so they're going to test out the camera. I'm going to have to be quick here because there's some nudity. Windgrace says, I, for one, I'm looking forward to the Aliens in October, fingers crossed, coming from 3i Atlas. I mean, I've seen some videos where they're saying it could hit Mars, or at least come very close. We'll see, won't we? It's probably going to land. Anyway, right, so, there's the gorgeous Brenda Backer. I don't know how you pronounce it. But she was everywhere in the like mid-90s, wasn't she? And then suddenly she just disappeared. I'm sure she still does lots of stuff, just not what I watch. Anyway. He's... I forgot his name already. Breaker. Trying it on with her, but she's not interested. Look at them eyes, bloody hell. They do actually say later on in the film, one of the bad guys is going to burn her eyes out with like a soldering iron or something. And he says, it's going to destroy it's going to go into one of the most beautiful eyes in the world. And I think she has. Something about her eyes, I don't know what. Anywho. Right. So, I might have got away with it. There was a bit of nudity. They were looking through the camera and they saw a woman on the beach sunbathing naked. And there was a bit of boobage going on. Looks like I've got away with it. Right, so we cut to whatever city this is. I think it's supposed to be Denver, but I'm not sure. Because he gets on the train, and I think it's from Denver to Los Angeles, I think. But I'm not sure. Or is he going from Los Angeles to Denver? I think it's the other way around. Anyway, they're waiting for him. This is his friend. Don't ask me his name either. I'll tell you in a minute. Where the heck is he? Royce D. Applegate, just credited as Ryback's cook. I'm sure he's got a name. Let's look on Wikipedia, see if that says. No, it just says Ryback. They haven't even got a name. Wasn't he in the first film? For some reason I'm thinking he was in the first film as one of the background characters, but maybe not. Maybe not, I didn't check. There he is. He's got a face that's about as charismatic as a bloody orange in his... I hate him. I don't bloody hate Steven Seagal. Anyway, this is his restaurant that he's opened. And they're like, hi, Casey, hi, we all love you, we all love Casey. And they're all saying, the diner's come to see you, Casey. I've got to go. Because he's got to go and meet his niece at the train station. Because he's going with her from here to LA or whatever. And there she is. Because his brothers died. Well, both her parents, his brother and his sister-in-law, have both died in a plane crash or something. So that's why he looks sad. So, and apparently he hadn't spoken to his brother for 5 years. Anyway, he arrives at the train station. I don't know if this is Denver station. I don't know. Let's have a look at the filming locations. Doesn't really say. Colorado. Doesn't say the train station. Glenwood Springs. So I'm guessing he drove from Denver to LA. Yeah. Anyway. Ryback's creative cooking with MREs. I wonder if Steven Seagal can actually cook. I don't know. He doesn't really cook a lot in his films. In these two, he's playing a cook, but we don't see him really doing much cooking. We see him whipping up later on. We see him whipping up a cake. He says, I'm making a cake for my niece. This is on the train. He just takes over the kitchen. And then he shoves it in the bloody microwave. You don't microwave a cake, for Christ's sake. You bake it in the oven. Anyway. So he's looking for her. He's looking at all these women. Some soldiers, look. And then she finds him. There she is. She sees him walk past. And he's asking there, has Sarah Ryback picked up some tickets? And then she comes up and says, hello, Uncle Casey. She doesn't like him right now. He's cooking a lot of borscht these days. Yes, he lives in Russia or somewhere, doesn't he, now? Well, not with, but there's somebody else that lives in Russia now, isn't there, I think? Is it? Or is it China? No, it's, I was thinking of, the director of Deep Blue Sea. What's his blooming name now? Me and names are bloody hopeless. Director of that. And director of Cutthroat Island, and then, it'll come to me. He was married to Gina Davis for a while, that director. He lives in China, doesn't he? But somebody else lives in Russia as well, don't they? And I can't remember. Lots of Russians. Anyway, whatever. Right, so she doesn't like him at the moment, but then suddenly in the film, click, she suddenly thinks he's amazing. I imagine Steven Seagal had a lot to do with that, because apparently he had a lot of notes for the film, and he kept interfering and saying, he wanted things this way and that way. So I'm guessing that was a Steven Seagal thing. We can't have her hating him all the way through the film, but you can see she doesn't like him. Look, because Katherine Heigl's a serious actress even back then at 16. Anyway, she's putting her in the thing, and for Pete's sake, there we go. Casey, Ryback, Casey, +1. She's his +1. Who else is on the train, by the way? Tim Ryan, Sherry Scovbo, another Sherry Smith, Felix Snow. That's a baddie name, isn't it? Bet he's one of the hijackers. Bet he ain't. No, anyway. I wonder if they're real people. Anyway, so they're going to the train. He's bought her a teddy bear. Look at his face. Look. Bought a teddy bear. I know you used to collect teddy bears, and he's not impressed. Because he knows nothing about her. Because he hasn't seen her since she was a kid. Really tiny. But then suddenly, when he's baking his cake, he's saying, I'm baking a cake because it's something she loves, even though he doesn't know sod all about her. By the way, I'm gonna be moaning about this film a lot, particularly Steven Seagal. Anywho, is this Morris Chestnut? I think it is. He plays what's his face? Yeah, Bobby Zacks. She steals his name later. He's the porter. Obviously, he's taking a shine to her because she's Catherine Heigl, for crying out loud. But anyway, wants to carry her bag, but then Steven Seagal intervenes. There we go, takes the bag off. Surprise Monday Moon. Not really, because I like the film, I just don't like him. Same with Under Siege. I love that film, I just don't like Steven Seagal. And other films that have Terry Savalas in, I like the films, I just don't like him. Anyway, Snorty Poopers, Cuba says, displaying his full range of acting from A to B. Do you know what he reminds me of? And this isn't an insult to who he reminds me of. It reminds me of Drunk 3PO, you know, Jay. Drunk 3PO. He just does some of his expressions he pulls. And that's not an insult to Jay, because everybody loves Jay, don't they? But anyway. Oh, dear. Right, so anyway, there is a baddie, because he's smoking. He gets on the train. The train sets off. Woo, jetting off. It's the, I don't know, Grand Continental train or whatever. Seagal, Savalas and Broderick walk into a bar. I don't hate Matthew Broderick. I don't mind him. He's just a bit annoying sometimes. But anyway, I'm trying to think of another actor that I really don't like. On the same level as Steven Seagal and Telly Savalas. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Anyway, never mind. Never mind. Right, train sets off. Is it Grand or Great Continental? Whatever. Right, so, alright, there's as luck would have it, coincidentally, Brenda Backer's on the train, waiting for her beau, who is one of her workmates. They're both captains, by the way, in the Air Force, and they're going on this train trip. So it must have been, but they were in the Pentagon. So is this train come from Washington DC? She's been on the train since Washington DC, and now it's in Denver. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where. Does it say in the plot synopsis? Let's have a look. Yes, Casey Ryback settles in Denver. Yeah, they were in Denver. They're going to LA. So when did she get on the train then? It must have come from DC. Because it's the Grand Continental, so it's probably come all the way across. So she's been on the train for bleeding ages, waiting for this other fella to arrive. But he were also there. I'm confused. Anyway, if it's coming from Denver, they use the secret underground tunnels to get there. That come from Skinwalker Ranch. Anyway, she's there waiting with champers. And here he comes. This fella, this is her love interest. Don't ask me, I have no idea what his name is. He's Captain someday or other. She's a captain as well. She's Captain Linda Gilder. And he is Captain David Trilling, played by David Giannopoulos. But anyway. So they're going to get down and dirty. Anyway, so there we go. Playing music while they make love on the train. Very romantic. Right, so anyway, we're at the bit now that I'm sure when I rented this on VHS back in the day or whatever, from Blockbuster or wherever I rented it from, I'm sure the film started with this and then maybe went, I think they just moved this and put it to the front with the credits over it. Because I'm Mandela affected maybe. I'm sure I remember the credits over this bit as the terrorists take over this base. To get the helicopters. They're stealing helicopters and stuff. So there. Oh, look, Scorpio is ready. There he is. I don't know the name of the actor, but he always plays baddies, doesn't he? There's the great Everett McGill. Who, even when he's not a baddie in the film, he just looks like a baddie in the film. But he's definitely a baddie in this film. shooting stuff because the baddies. Stealing the helicopters and shooting. There we go. Poor innocent soldiers. So anyway, there we go. They've got two helicopters now. Meanwhile, the train is on its way. He comes to the bar. That's Kelly, the barmaid. Super pretty. I've no idea who she is. Kelly, where are you, Kelly? Kelly, barmaid. Sandra Taylor. Yeah. It could have been Jenny McCarthy. That'd have been interesting, wouldn't it? He's asking what she's drinking. She's drinking tonic and lime. So, and she tried to get alcohol, but her ID wasn't good enough. Anywho, so she's here. So kind of faces at, she doesn't like him. She's saying, you haven't spoken to my dad for 5 years and now they're gone and all that stuff. She had to sort out the funeral. He didn't even go to his brother's funeral for whatever reason. So she's unhappy with him. She doesn't like her Uncle Casey. So he says, okay, well, look. I bloody hate him. Anyway. So he goes to the bar. He says, I need a strong drink. But then suddenly she just decides to change her mind, and suddenly she's like, "Hey, Uncle Casey, I'm sorry we didn't get all, we got off on the wrong foot. I just want all this to go well." And then she gives him, there we go, and then she gives him a kiss, and there we go, and everything's lovely. Suddenly, I think Steven Seagal had a note there. Can she not hate me all the way through the film? Anyway, the helicopters are coming. Look, here they come. She bumps into, I forgot his name again. Zach. No, Bobby. Bobby Zacks. She bumps into him again. He was just putting some a mop or something in this cupboard. And she's asking, what's in there? He says, I can't tell you. It's top secret. And he says, I'd have to restrain you because he's been trained and all that stuff. And so she says, okay, restrain me. He says, well, you asked for it. And then she knocks, there we go, she sends him flying. He says, oh, how'd you learn to do that? And he says, I have this really cool uncle who taught me how to do all this stuff when I was 11. Suddenly he's a really cool uncle, but she hated him 10 minutes ago. There, look, she's doing it there. Look. I've turned the subtitles off. Hang on, where are they? Why there's no subtitles? There is subtitles. Why aren't they working? I've no idea why. Just bear with me. I'm going to have to just check this. I shall remove that a moment. Just bear with me. Why are there no subtitles? They should be working. I don't know why they're not. Do you know why they're not? Because I'm an idiot. Oh, dear. Because I'm an idiot. I'm an Egypt. Close it now, won't I? What we up to? 16:40. Right. Hey. Live telly. Technically, if you're watching on telly, it is telly. Oh, it's just carried on. There we go. Subtitles now. Yeah. And it's just at that bit. Oh, I don't say it though in the subtitles, but she does say it in the. I haven't put it back on, have I? There we go. He says,
well, when I was 11 years old, I had this really great uncle who taught me all this neat stuff.
Really great uncle. She hated him bloody 5 minutes ago. Anyway, the train continues on its way. Oh, he's writing his memoirs. His Casey. Look at face. But anyway, we see the dumb waiter sending drinks up to somewhere else. First class, I don't know. Now, suddenly, he's in the kitchen whipping up a cake and just saying stupid things. And make this for Sarah because it's her favourite thing, even though I don't know sod all about her. But anyway. So... and then he puts it in the microwave for 15 minutes on high. It'll be black. Oh, Jimmy, horrible. The cake's in the microwave, unless it's an upside down cake or something like that. He's got it out of a packet, hasn't he? He's got it. It's one of these that he's ripped open a packet, poured it in, put some water, milk or whatever, an egg, That's what it is. It's not a proper cake. Not like what I bought for my lad for his birthday that's coming up. Wallace and Gromit cake. Anyway, the train goes over these. I don't really know why. So we see them going off, and I think it's just to make the guards think something's up. You know, the driver of the train. Let's see, they're at it. Look, the two captains. Look, well, what's that called? It's called. Meanwhile, the cooks are doing their stuff. Anyway, some bad guys are walking down the track. Look at the train stopping. Has it gone off again? There we go. Sorry about that. Could have swore I pressed add again. Anyway. Shall I go back? Oh, I'll be all right. I forgot where I started from. Anyway, whatever. Anyway. Bad guys. You see, there's Mike from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I can't remember the name of the actor. Jonathan something, innit? Jonathan Banks. There we go. I can't remember the name. We missed the cake. Oh, you didn't miss anything. Let's go back then. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, stop it. Where's the cake? There we go. Just shoves it in the microwave. Look, look, whipping up the cake because it's her favourite thing. And then puts it in the microwave for 15 minutes on high. It'd be awful. I mean, look at it. It won't rise or anything. It's not a cake. It'll be like a pancake, won't it? Not like a nice sponge, a nice Victoria sponge. Anyway, as I said, the train runs over those, and I don't know why. I think it's just to make the drivers stop the train thinking something's up. Pardon me. Oh, she's saying that. It's called... anyway, as I said, the cook... bad guys walking along the track. Mike from Breaking Bad, he's a bad guy, because he usually is. And the drivers get off, and he says to him, someone's being shot. He says, where? He goes, right here. And he goes, shoots them. Bad guys. And they take over the train, take control of the train. And the bad guys, the hijacking begins, and the helicopters arrive, and there we go, they're dealing with the bodies and all that stuff. Bobby's hiding down in the baggage compartment. More bad guys. Oh, it says, take care of the baggage. So this bad guy just shoots into it where Bobby had just gone. Luckily, he's fine. He says, baggage checked. Meanwhile, there we go. This man shoots that cook. And then Casey arrives and deals with him and beats him up. And throws him off the train. Meanwhile, I think it's Scorpio, isn't it? Scorpio is ready him. Says, one casualty in the dining car. So they know the trouble is afoot. So they just shoot everybody. Casey does say to him, get down. But it's Steven Seagal, so he just goes, get down. He don't go, get down. He's diving and all that. Because, as I said, he's phoning it in. So I think they're all dead. Anyway, so there they are, taking the bodies off, and the train sets off again. As he just, he shoots up there, goes in where they're doing it, shoots the radio that they have playing, because they're there for a reason. Well, luckily they're there, but I don't know how long they've had their trip planned, because Eric Bogosian, who's going to appear in a minute as Travis Dane, needs them because they've got codes that nobody else knows, and he needs. Anywho, there's Steven Seagal looking like a I don't want to say. I nearly swore then. Right, so here he is. Eric Bogosian, and they thought he was dead. Hey, I thought you were dead. No, I'm not. And so he needs them. So they said, put some clothes on. So they put some clothes on. And apparently they're not supposed to be in a relationship. It's frowned upon, apparently. But anyway. He wants their codes for Grazer 1. Here he's speaking to the train passengers, saying, we've hijacked this train. The men with automatic weapons may be called upon to shoot you. By the way, they've put all the passengers in the last 2 carriages of the train. Luckily, because we all know that they're going to get rid of the last 2 carriages before the end. But anyway, so there she is. Obviously, Casey's doing his stuff, keeping out of the way. He's going to burn out her eye now if Trilling doesn't give these codes. Obviously, he does. Don't want to see her beautiful eyes burnt out. So she gives his codes, and then they're going to do the same to him, and she gives her codes. So they've got the codes, and then they just kill him. They throw him out of the train. But look, she's acting, look. Anyway, everybody in this film is a better actor than Steven Seagal, even that teddy bear. Anyway, so here he's setting up all his satellite equipment. And anyway, right, so there we go. He's taking control of Grazer 1. There he is, doing that. Taking control of that satellite, because he's going to cause mayhem and destruction. There he is on the roof. Yes, so they're going to throw her out of the train now. Well, throw both of them out of the train. They chuck him first. So he goes and shoots him as well, just for good measure. They don't shoot her for some reason. They just let her fall to her death. Which was sad, because, it's Brenda back here. She's gorgeous. But anyway, we see her fall all the way down. Look, down she goes. Kersplosh. She might be fine. I mean, James Bond did that, did he? Was it Skyfall? Was it Skyfall where she shot him, didn't she? Did Moneypenny? He went off that bridge, and he was fine, wasn't he? More or less. So maybe she is. Maybe she was going to turn up in Under Siege 3. Under Siege. It'd be Under Siege, and the last E would be a 3, wouldn't it? Anyway, God damn it, that's his range. God damn it. Look, he's acting. Look, he's acting his Steven Seagal look. Look, acting against the green screen. Anyway, look, a CD. I think it is a CD as well. It's not a not a DVD. Minus R, plus R, whatever. And it's gold, isn't it? There we go. It says 300,000 pages of code, or 60 minutes of XXX interactive prawn. Whatever. We know what he's into then, don't we? But he's got his computer set up. Because it's 1995 technology. So is it Windows 95 they're running, or is it Windows 3.1? I watched a video yesterday, speaking of Windows 3.1, I watched one of these restoration videos on YouTube where this fella got an old computer, an old, tower computer, and he cleaned it all up, and luckily it just worked. They always just work, don't they? Nothing's ever wrong with them. They just need a clean. And it came on Windows 3.1. But anyway. So he's taking control of Grazer 1 now. So anyway, but meanwhile Steven Seagal's running across the top of the train. I bet that's not Steven Seagal. Right, so here we go. Meanwhile, in the Pentagon, they're finding out that they've lost control of Grazer 1. And he's saying it's designed to be invisible. And he's saying, but not from us, for Christ's sake. But anyway. So, he scares him. Scares Bobby. So, he tells Bobby to go looking... To go looking through all the... go back again. It tells Bobby to go looking through all the baggage for weapons and stuff like that, or phones. And he says, I could lose my job for that. He says, look, we've got to save all these people, all these hostages. So anyway, So he's got to do that. He's on the phone to his like investors. There's like people. I'm assuming they're like Arab terrorists or something like that. But so he's on the blower to them. They're going to pay him like $1 billion for this. What he's doing. He's going to blow up a chemical weapons plant in China. So that's what he's going to do. Apparently, Grazer 1 creates earthquakes or something. And even in the air as well, because he takes down a plane with it. But anyway, Space Force, Girl Force, JJ West fans, nobody beats me in the kitchen. Yeah, he's going to say that. He's going to say that later. Dear. Country selected, China. It's all very user friendly, isn't it? Anyway, so there, he's got his plans. He's going to, save the hostages. That's his plan, and stop the bad guys. So anyway, they can't do anything. Can the good guys are just sitting back and watching this place in China get blown up. Here it comes. There we go. What's it? Subterranean stress vector analysis. It's going to create an earthquake and destroy this chemical weapons plant, and thousands are going to die and all that stuff. There we go. So, Breaker, the CIA guy, says we have deniability. Which I suppose they do. It's just like an earthquake's happened, isn't it? I suppose. Anyway. So they decide, here come the Admiral and Dale Dye. They decide they're going to take it out with Pegasus, like a missile that's going to take it out. So that's what they're going to do. So they launch a plane. I think it's a B1 bomb, B2 bomb. I can't remember. But they launch a big plane that's going to launch this missile that's going to take out Grazer 1. Meanwhile, who's this? Is that Casey? Or is this the bag? No, that's Casey. Yes, he's got a bag of stuff. Just happens to have a gun there in his bag, and his Palm Pilot or whatever it is. What do you call it? Something pad. It's an apple, anyway. I think that's what he's been writing his memoirs on. Anyway. Snorter Pooper says, Casey Ryback, Navy cook, motto, death from within. Because of his cooking. Anyway, he's got a gun now, and his Palm Pilot. And he's hooking it up to something. He's sending a fax, that's it. He's sending a fax to his restaurant. So he's going to tell the fella at his restaurant, who to get in touch with and explain to him what's going on. So that's what he's going to do. Will we ever get a director's cut? The Playboy girl who played the bar girl said she did 2 versions. One of her shot in the leg, another shot dead. Oh, right, okay. Was she a Playboy, a Playmate as well? Anywho, I don't know. I have no idea. Probably not. Anyway, what's this one? They're going to blow up the Pentagon, but before they do that, they're going to... What they asked him to do? I want you to blow up a jet plane going 500 miles an hour, and they're going to pay him an extra $100 million. There you go. So that's what he's going to do. Luckily, they're going to... a plane's going to arrive. There we go. Oh, it's a stealth bomber, isn't it? That's B2 stealth bomber. I thought it was a B1. I'm sure when we see a plane later, I'm sure it's a B1 bomber. Anyway, whatever. That's going to launch the Pegasus missile. It's going to take out Grazer 1. I bet he ain't got good depth perception. But anyway, he's looking for people. There we go. So that's not a stealth bomber, is it? Said it was a stealth bomber, didn't they? But anyway, but that's obviously not. It looks more like a B1 bomber, doesn't it? I don't know. I know sod all about planes. If Quest were here, he'd tell us all about it. Yes, that's one of the quotes in the film. Never assume it makes an ass out of you and me. But they don't say that, do they? Anyway, so we're going to blow up this plane with his earthquake machine, with his earthquake satellite. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Meanwhile, he's taking out that fella. Pegasus, it launched the missile, by the way. It launched the missile. That's the oil sheik's ex-wife's plane. Oh, is that a different plane that we saw? Oh, right. Because he takes out that one as well. I thought it was the same, one and the same plane. But anyway. Anywho. But anyway, takes out a satellite. They think it's taken out Grazer 1, but it hasn't. It's another satellite that it's taken out. That's the other one, is it? All right, fair enough. Let them off. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention, was I? Thought he'd taken out the plane that launched the Pegasus thing. Anyway, we learn that I think he's got to go all the way to the front of the train now to send his message or whatever. Meanwhile, Dane's getting in touch with the Pentagon, making them think he's in Paris. Obviously, he's not. But he's bouncing his signal all over, so they can't track him. Apparently, while the train's moving, they can't track him either. So obviously, we've got to stop the plane. This was the ultimate B-movie, summer 95, great times. As I say, it came out the same year as GoldenEye. It was kind of a similar premise, wasn't it? Apart from the train bit. Anyway. So he's telling them, you fired me, I'm smarter than you, I'm going to blow up the Pentagon, so there's nothing you can do. I've got 50 ghost satellites, so that you'll never find out where Grazer 1 is. Surely they'll know where, surely they've got some idea that maybe it's over China, seeing as it blew up. I mean, how high up is it? It didn't look to be that, a high orbit, did it, when we see the curve of the Earth and all that? So they should be able to plot its trajectory or whatever, roughly. The plane blows up there, China plant blows up there. So it's a satellite. It's not, it'll go in a straight line round the Earth, won't it? Never mind. Anyway. Anywho, so he's telling them, you can't stop me for a penny cup of tea. So, right. So they're all worried. Now, well, what can we do? Well, we're going to have to blow up the train. Always laughing. Ryback says, take cover. He hides in the freezer while he gets all the kids. Yes, I said that earlier on. He says that he goes, get down or something really softly because he's phoning in this performance. And Justin's here. Says, hello all. Hello, Justin. Welcome. You haven't missed much. We should check over Paris. Because they had the Eiffel Tower behind him. Anyway, he gives Bobby a gun. She's saying her uncle's super great because she likes him all of a sudden. She's saying this medley is a Navy Cross that were her dad's. She says my uncle Casey's got loads of medals for all this stuff, and some medals are so secret he can't show them to anyone. So how does she know? Anyway, whatever. He's on top of the train again. As I said, he's heading to the front so he can send his fax. So he's got to deal with... I don't know, why is there no bad guys there? I don't know, it must be a different part of the train to where they are. This locomotive cab, not operational. Control source, locomotive 1. So he's got to go there now, has he? So, there we go. He's going to deal with this fella. He just blows his brains out. Just like that, look. Wingrace says, I love a good secret medal. I would say she was very pretty, but she wasn't 18 yet, so nothing to say. She was 16. She was 16 when she made this. So she's still pretty. You can say the kid's pretty. Anyway, I mean she is. No two ways about it. Anyway, right. So he's got this flare, signal flare, which he's not going to use just yet. The operation was so secret, none of us knew what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing 24/7. Meanwhile, these bad guys are going to come to a sticky end pretty soon, aren't they? You can tell. Jonathan Banks thinks he's Casey Jones. Anyway, I thought that was Mel Gibson for a minute there, but it looks nothing like him. Anyway, so here he comes, top of the train. There we go, taking out that fella, boots him off. Oh, ooh, he turned into a dummy, fell under the train. What the blinking flip, says that fella. So they start shooting at him. Lots of shooting blindly in this part of the film. But obviously they don't shoot Casey. Actually, they do shoot Casey, but just not yet. And he recovers from it really quickly. But anyway, so they go through this little tunnel. More shooting. For some reason, he reminds me. I know it doesn't look like him, but for some reason, I'm reminded of Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings. Sean Astin. I know it's not him, but anyway. So the shooting at him, and is he going to get nearly knocked over? She's a sniper. She's getting on the roof. I don't know her name. She's just got one name, but like Zendaya, except it's not her. Where is she? Where the hell is she? Female mercenary as Afifi. Afifi. But her full name's Afifi Alaoui. Alaoui, I don't know. Where's she from? Let's have a look. Oh, don't know. She doesn't have a link. Never mind. Your critique of this movie is right, but still, shut up! My late father was ex-Navy. He used to rip these kinds of films apart. French kickboxer, I think, back then. Was she? Oh, right. Okie dokie. She actually is one of the highlights of the film. But a lot better than Steven Seagal. But then everybody in this film is better than Steven Seagal. Anyway, she's going to shoot him, and there we go. She's got the best sights ever because she's looking through the sights there, and then we get a view. Look at them sights. And then she shoots him. Oh, look, he shot me in my shoulder. Oh no. Oh. But he's fine, and if seemingly falls to his death. Obviously, they all assume he's dead. Hang on, I'll go back. I'll go back to this. Where are we? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. They assume he's dead, but obviously he's not. This is how tough Seagal is. He fell off one of the first cars. I think he's gone under the train. He's got one of them. I've seen him in lots of films. What's he been in? I don't know if I can find a picture of him. Because I don't know his name. I have no idea. No idea. Is he Mercenary One? Is it Pete? No, we haven't seen him. Is it him? Is it Patrick Kilpatrick? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Where are we? There we go. I'm not sure. Is it? Yes, it is him. What have I seen him in? Minority Report, Eraser. Oh, there's been loads of stuff. Loads of stuff. What else? Have I seen him in Stargate? I'm sure I've seen him in Stargate. Let's scroll down. I bet I am now I've said that. Scroll down. Keep scrolling, Steve. Keep scrolling. Been in X-Files, Star Trek, Voyager. Not going to be in Stargate, is it? Deep Space Nine. No, it's not going to be in Stargate. No. Babylon 5. But no Stargate, never mind. Dark Angel. Medicine Woman. DS9, see, Space Force, Girl Force, JJ West fans. Yes, he has. Done loads. Anyway, so they presume he's gone under the train. Look, there's blood here. I don't know how he managed to get where he is, by the way, without dying to death. But so they're all saying, "Yeah, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead." So we get a shot of her looking sad, somewhere, but whatever. We get a shot of Catherine Heigl looking sad, and then we go underneath, and he's there hanging underneath the train. Don't know how that happened, but anyway. Suddenly they found out. Did they see him on camera? I don't know, but suddenly they know that Everett McGill's one of the bad guys. I forgot his name. Is it Payne? Something, I can't remember. Penn. Marcus Penn. Oh my God, we killed Steve Seagal. Now we're going to need a new action hero. Dallas Chuck Norris. Yes, he did. This film would have been 20 minutes long if Chuck Norris had been there. Pardon me. Hey. He'd have scared the satellite out of orbit with Chuck Norris. Anyway, so they know who they're up against. So anyway, right. So he's there. He's sending his fax to his restaurant, and now he's. He says, "You've been shot. There's no bullet in here. You think this is being shot, but surely he's bleeding. don't get it. He's fine. He doesn't do anything. We don't see him like put a bandage on or anything, or he's just or plug the hole up or do a Rambo and put a shotgun shell in and set it off and just cauterise his wound. He don't do any of that. He's fine. Anyway, where are we? Blood or red paint? No. He has a healing factor. Apparently so. Anyway, right. So he sent his fax. So here we go. Now he's going to slap him. He slaps him. He said, "Did you see a body?" He said, "No, just a lot of blood." And then he's going to give him a good old slap. There we go. Because I think we're going to find out who they're up against. I think. Casey Ryback. Is it this bit where they find out that it's Casey Ryback? Yes, they found out it's Casey Ryback who they're after, because they've looked at the passenger manifest and it's Casey Ryback. There we go. He was my instructor, one of them says. But so they've got to go and find him. He says, "Search the train inside and out." So off they go. Meanwhile, he's running about. That train's going really fast, isn't it? This thing here, going really quickly. I bet it's not even moving. It's a camera that's probably moving a bit. Anyway, yes, it's only a flesh wound. Yes, he should have used a first aid kit. He should have done, shouldn't he? Seagal had total control of this movie. First, he did not. That's why he got hurt, etc. Yes. I mean, he got hurt in this, he'd been shot. But anyway. You wouldn't think so, would you? Now he's clambering about outside trains with a bullet wound in his shoulder. But there we go. He's got a +1. So they've got to find his +1. Anyway, there we go. They're going over a bridge. It looks like a model, that. Pretty good. There's some good effects in this, by the way. Some good model work and all that. It's just, unfortunately, the star's rubbish. Right, so looking for some babe. So they're going to go searching for Ryback's +1. Find her really quickly. He's found the fax. "Oh my God," he says, "I've got to phone the Pentagon." Meanwhile, they're back inside, somewhere else. The geography of this train, I have no idea. But I think they're gonna save the hostages, aren't they? The last two carriages where the hostages are being held. I think. Oh no, they're not. Oh, they are. I don't know where they are. Oh no, is he going to his carriage? I can't remember. I don't know. Anyway, he's looking. Oh, he's going to make a bomb. That's it. He's going to make a bomb. Meanwhile, they're looking for his +1. So he's going to make a bomb out of concentrated coconut oil and other things. ice cream. I don't know. Whatever. He's MacGyver in it. Portgas said, ain't everyone studied their lines, but Seagal just said, no, do as I say. I can imagine that. Yes, it's an IED. Made of coconut oil and ice cream and a broken glass. Apparently. Anyway, so making your lunch. Says, no, I'm making a bomb in his, in his stupid voice.
Lunch?
Is he going to say it? Oh, for Pete's sake.
Take a bargaining chip to protect Sarah and the house.
Well, could he be any less excited about being in this film? Anyway, right, so found out that the Pentagon's going to get got by Grazer 1. It's going to make the nuclear reactor underneath the Pentagon blow up. So he's on the phone. Millions are going to die. So he's on the phone to his wife saying, get out of the kids and get out of town. Go to your mother's and don't tell anybody because he's, a sleazy man. Anyway, so somehow he's drawn to Katherine Heigl. I'd be drawn to Buddy Kelly, the barmaid, if you ask me. But anyway, whatever. And I think he notices the Navy cross that she's got round her waist. She tries to lie. She says, my name's Bobby Zacks or whatever. But he sees the Navy cross and says, what's this? And she says, it's mace. And she gets him with the mace in the face. That rhymes. There we go, mace. But it doesn't affect him because he's tough. It affects him, look, but it doesn't affect him. And he even uses it as pepper spray. Use it as a mouth thing. Because he's tough. Says, right, so we've got her. Anyway, she says, leave her alone. So they shoot her in the knee or something. As Space Force, Girl Force JJ West fans said earlier on. I'll remind you about that. Where is it? There we go. The Playboy girl, was she in Playboy? Don't know. Who played the bar girl said she did 2 versions. One she was shot in the leg and another shot dead. I don't know if we see her again, to be honest, in the film. I can't remember. But anyway. I think we do. But anyway, she's been shot in the leg. So he's making his bomb. He's using a pager. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but whatever. I'm sure it's fine. He's going to chuck it to these fellas. He's going to set this fella on fire. Red shirt number 1. There we go. You're effed, says the pager. And then it blows up and he sets on fire. And I'm presuming he's a stunt man who does fire stunts. I'm sure she does. Ooh. Anywho. So they're on fire, giving it all that. There we go. Pretty good fire stunts, I must admit. Scary, aren't they? Scarier fire stunts. But anyway, so that's taking care of some of them. He's stolen, by the way. There we go. As this is going on, and they're all distracted. He's running, and he's stolen the CD. Did we notice it do it? Did we notice him do it? I never noticed him do it. Or has he got it already? I'm sure I missed it. Oh, there we go. Yes, right. Bobby, grab the CD from the computer. So right. So they all get off the them two. They get off the train now in a bit. Here we go. Don't shoot the intruder. He's got the CD because they need the CD to run the computer. Why? I don't know. It must be. Why did he install it onto his hard drive? Maybe he didn't have time. Anyway, right. So, all right. When did that happen? I've missed a bit, haven't I? Tell you, stuff happens. Oh, there we go. They're on the side of the train and they end up falling off. There we go. They're off the train. So they've got to stop the train, but won't they be detected now? They're saying if the train's moving, we're invisible, but they're stopping the train. So he's dangling off a cliff. looking over a model. It looks like it, doesn't it? Is it? It looks like it, doesn't it? It's obviously on the green screen and it's not really that high up. It looks like very model-y, doesn't it? Anyway. I don't think the water's even moving down there, is it? No, yeah, definitely a model. Anywho, hello. There he's dangling. So they're going to send some bad guys after him, which he'll make quick work of. He's off the train as well somehow. Did I miss him get off the train? Obviously I did. So he's a bad guy's looking for him. Remember, he's got a gun though, as Bobby. There you go, they're shooting at him, but he's bulletproof for the moment. Don't shoot him, he's got the CD. That was a bit of ADR, just to remind us. So here comes abseiling down, so he takes care of that one, then another one comes down, he takes care of him as well. There we go, down he goes. His arms weren't long enough, were they? Anyway, right, so remember, can't shoot him, he's got the CD. Where's that CD? I haven't got it. I think I've dropped it. And it came out, ripped my pocket, it fell out. And he turns round, and he turns round, but he's got his gun in his pocket, and he actually takes out this bad guy. There's all I've got is your ass, because he's, streetwise and all that. Bang, takes him out. Good shot as well. So he's now a murderer. I just noticed that. What's he looking at? So he's taking him out. He's found the CD. Hope it's okay, not all scratched and stuff. It's fallen under a train after all. It must look like one of them repair kits, them CD repair kits, one of them that takes the top layer off. Anyway, so they've got the CD back, so they can do what they want with them now. But anyway, Casey's got to get back on the train because they're setting off again. So luckily, he finds the train's off again with no Casey on it or Bobby. He's setting up to blow up Washington. The Grazer one's coming round here now. There we go, heading for Washington DC. Time to fire. 20 minutes. The base with the rebel moon will be in range in 20 minutes. Anyway, right. So they've got to try and find. They've got, he's got his 50 ghost satellites, and they're trying to find, which one is Grazer one, and they're eliminating satellites, but they've still got loads to go. And they said they won't do it in time. They haven't enough time to eliminate all the satellites. Meanwhile, he goes round it and finds a truck and hotwires it in no time at all because he's Casey Ryback, car thief. So he takes truck thief. He takes the truck, off he goes. Got to chase that train now. This is how awesome Seagal is with that yellow truck he just came across. Yeah, very, what's the word? Conveniently placed truck. Yes, very convenient, wasn't it? Right, so he's phoned them up. He's telling them, Casey said that people have taken over this train. They've got guns and they've got satellite equipment and all that. So he's telling love Casey. So, yes, Ryback GTA. It's like, yes, there is a part of Grand Theft Auto 5, isn't there? There's a bit like this where you have to get on a train that's moving, isn't there? If I remember rightly, it's a while since I've played that. But anyway, so now they know it's Casey Ryback that's there. They say, what the hell's he doing there? He's on vacation with his niece, we learn. Or they learn. But anyway. Unless Ryback performs a miracle in 18 minutes. So they're going to blow up the train. They're going to launch some F-117s. They're going to blow up the train. With missiles. Anyway, he's got back on the train. You know what? I'm not sure how. Did he just jump on the train as it went by? When did he get back on the train? Trouble with his skip, he missed loads of bits. There's Casey, chasing after the train. Got some stealths at an air show. Luckily, they must be all, weaponed up. Waiting to see how Bobby got back on the train. There's the stealth. I presume that's stock footage. No, he's back on the train. When did he get back on? I'm going to have to go back now because I'm curious. Hey. That's Ryback getting the truck. When did Bobby get back on the train? I've no idea. I missed that bit. But never mind. It's not really mad, does it? Bobby got back on the train. I think he jumped on the roof. I think the train were going by because they were up on the mountain, wasn't it? And I think he jumped as the train went by, just as it started setting off again. I think. I could be wrong. Or maybe he just ran down and just climbed aboard. I don't know. Before it got too fast. Anyway, so he's back on the train, got his gun in his hand. And he's going to get caught in a minute. There's the F-117 taking off. But he's telling her that, he's dead, but probably. And I think somebody does say to him, I think Eric Bogosian does say to him, have you seen the body? But he's assuming that he grabbed back on. Fair enough. He's assuming that Casey's dead, so he's saying, I look forward to going head-to-head with the great Casey Ryback. But then she does a thing that he's taught her. There goes, digs a thumb in his cheek. That must really hurt, I imagine. I don't know. But, yeah, stream boo from Twitch. Grabs hold of it. I'm guessing that really hurts. He looks uncomfortable, but, he goes, that was good. Did he teach you that? Anyway, I think this is the bit now where he says to Penn, did you see the body? Assumption is the mother of all F-ups. But anyway. Ryback may be dead, he may be alive, but he's not on this train. That's what he says. But he's soon going to be because he's in his truck. And he's going to... he's not actually... I thought he was going to jump the truck onto the train or something, but he don't do that. The truck goes... Hey! He's jumped out of the truck. He's not in the truck now, by the way. But I thought, what's the point in this? But he's up there somewhere. He's going to run along and jump onto the train or whatever. Here he is. In slow motion. Hey, there he goes. That's how he gets back on the train. Turns into a stuntman, and then Steven Seagal, who just... He does a lot of walking like that, little joggy things. There's a bit at the end. Our howling with laughter at it. But anyway, here come the stealths. He gets caught by that fella, who is just, I think, mercenary number one. Yes, he is. Played by Peter Green. Again, a familiar face. I've seen him in stuff. Don't ask me what. Gravity is scared of Seagal. Right, yes. Well, no, Gravity is scared of Chuck Norris. He's a sicko. He likes pain, doesn't he? Does Penn? Pardon me. Where's Teller? So he's dropped the gun, and but then Ryback's here because he's about to kill him. He's about to kill Bobby, and so he's going to give him the choice, of how he's going to go. And then he says, "Are you going to help me out here?" And then we go to Ryback appears, and they have a little fight, and then he breaks his neck and kills him. There we go. Like that. So that's him gone. Meanwhile, they're getting their $1 billion. $1 billion. I wish I had that. I wish I had that thing. Maybe I have. I don't think I have. Pulp Fiction Sicko Hillbilly. Okie dokie. So they've got the $1 billion in the bank in Switzerland, apparently. So anyway, so they're changing the track now. They're not going the route that they're supposed to. They're going a different route, which is going to take them into dark territory, where they'll be all out of communication with everything. That's why it's called that. So then, where are they taking us? What's he going to say? There's another train coming the other way. Nevada Petrol Express. I'm guessing there's nobody on that train because they never mention it. That's on this train. There's like passengers and stuff, but that one's like a petrol tanker train or whatever. I'm guessing there's not even a driver. I don't know. It never tells us, but they're gonna collide with that. Oh, there we go. What does this mean? 800,000 gallons of gasoline. What does that 200 mean? Is that how many passengers is on? I don't know. Anyway, I'm guessing there's nobody on that train. So they're all saying, oh, look, they're going to hit this other train. We've got to stop them before that happens and all that stuff. So they're going to take them out with the stealths. But he's going to blow up the stealths with his super-duper satellite. So that's what he does. Meanwhile, bizarre, this woman's just doing her lipstick in the toilet. There's a hostage. And so there's a guard outside. Hang on, there is a guard outside. What's taking you so long? She said, why is she doing her lipstick? I don't know. But anyway. They're in with her, by the way. Casey and Bobby have come through the vents. They're in with her. And they're going to take out this fella. Oh, she comes out. I broke my bra. And now they get him. There we go. Judo chop. Right. So. And he does make a joke about boobs. In a minute. Where are we? There we go. Right. So, they're going to take out one of these stealths, which they do, with Grazer 1. Meanwhile, shootout in the passenger car now, where all the hostages are. Apparently none of the hostages, get hit by these bullets that's flying about. But anyway, taking all these out. Lots of headshots. Meanwhile, this soldier decides, there's a sergeant, isn't he? Probably in the Air Force. Decides he's gonna do his bit and dies for his troubles. Anyway, he's about to shoot his missile at the train, but Eric Bogosian gets him first and blows the stealth up. We were close to that train, weren't it? Hope they're gonna ram it. Anyway, there we go. So that's one stealth. There is another one, I think. Or did he get that first? I think he might have got the other one first. I think there were two. I'm sure there were two. Anyway, whatever. They're both done for now, anyway. There we go. Boom. Right, so that's that plan, scuppered. Like, oh my God. Get me the president. So anyway, he's on the radio to Penn. I'm coming to get my niece now. Because, it's Steven Seagal. And I'd be thinking, what? They'd be shooting the hostages now, wouldn't they? But anyway. Rest in peace, Air Force guy just shot to death. Yes, he tried to do his bit, but got shot. Anyway, this fella's decided, he don't want to go up against Casey Ryback. Time to cut and run. So he's going to get a knife in his throat for his trouble. Like that. So he says, do you want to cut and run? No. Anyway, so... they've separated the last two carriages. There we go. The cars are separating, so the hostages are safe now. They're not part of the train that's heading forwards. They're going to slow to a halt, and they'll be fine. I'm sure somebody will come and collect them. We never find out. But anyway, all the other hostages are fine, apart from the dead ones, obviously. But the ones that are left are fine. There they go. And a helicopter's arrived, look, with a ladder dangling down from it. And he says, you've got to climb up that ladder. I'm not climbing up that ladder. Do you know how hard it is to climb one of these ladders? Really, really hard. Not that I've had to climb many, flexible ladders, but they're not easy to climb up. Anyway, so he's climbing up that ladder. And I like the way she gets out of this train here. So tells her to go and deal with it. There we go. Up you go. Because the helicopter is their way out. So I presume they're going to climb up the ladder at some point. But I just like the way she gets out of this really smooth. I don't know. She's very lithe. But anyway, so she goes up the ladder. So they're having a fight. There we go. She punches him in the balls. They're going to have a fight on the helicopter. Hang on, I missed a bit. But remember, earlier on, is learned, because when Sarah, Catherine Heigl, earlier on, showed off her moves that her great uncle, really neat uncle, had taught her. He remembers it and uses it on a Fifi, is what we'll call her. There we go. Does that, look. And chucks her out of the helicopter. Off she goes. Whee! Falls to her death. Ooh, crikey. Honey, we sure taught that boy how to fly. But says, so he puts on her voice. We sure did. So there we go. So he's got the pilot at gunpoint, because he's a hero now, he's Bobby. Meanwhile, Casey's going for his niece, but he's got to deal. I'm not sure what happened. Why is there an explosive? I don't know. But he set off an explosive. Is it something he set or the baddie set it? I don't know. But it just blew up. So he set that off, and then another baddie comes, so he fights him, beats him up, and probably kills him. I genuinely can't remember how. But I think he just throttles him to into submission. Did the bad guy set it? I wasn't paying attention. She won't be in part 3. No, she won't. Right, so his transfer. He needed that disc and everything and his main computer, but then we find out he's got everything on his laptop. He can put it all on his laptop and control everything from there. So why did he just do that before? Instead of doing all this. But anyway, so he's doing that, transferring it all to his laptop. Imagine a 1995 laptop. Anyway. The president and the others are evacuated. We must use Pegasus now. There's not Bobcat Goldthwait. I'm sure it was, but it didn't. Saying we've got these ones left. And said, you pick one, son. And he picks the wrong one. I think it says Kappa, or something. Yes, it says Kappa. And it's not that one. But anyway. You'd think it'd be the one that's nearest Washington, you'd think, wouldn't you? When we look at the map. Nobody shows the bloody map, is it? There we go. I mean, the one that's going to be over Washington in the, the next 10 minutes or whatever. So, none of them are anywhere near. Yes, it was Delta. It was that one up there. So, obviously, that one must take 10 minutes to get from there to there. But, yeah. Whatever. I'm guessing that's heading in that direction, that's heading in that direction. They're all equidistant. Obviously, it's not them, is it? So they could eliminate them, couldn't you? But the nearest ones. Pick one. You pick the wrong one. Because he's like me, he's unlucky. I'd have picked the wrong one as well. But anyway, right, he ties her up. He ties Catherine Heigl up like a wire around her neck. And she's got a hand grenade, he says, try anything, she'll blow us all to bits. So they're still going to fight anyway. Here we go. Now we'll use that hand grenade. So it's going to do all is that now. Here we go. Hand to hand with knives. Because they are warriors. Here, look. This goes on a bit too long, this fight, for me. But it goes on too long and then ends really abruptly. But anyway. If you had picked the right, we would have been the real hero. Yes, he would. The bad guy's kinky. He's getting turned on by Ryback slaps. I notice it gets more bloody as the fight goes on. There's Everett McGill, but obviously Steven Seagal doesn't. Has he got a little nick there? Crikey. Bet that were an oversight on Steven's part. Anyway, so there was the fighting away. He keeps getting up. I get knocked down, but I get up again. So I thought we were going to get him here, but he don't, because he kicks him away. Then we get even more bloody. And he's well, do your thing with your bloody stupid look. Giving it all that. Look, is that look? Anyway, right. So it's going to get him in a minute. He just breaks his neck, I think. There we go. Oh, here we go. There we go. Dead. Done. Why does that to start with? Camera speed up, more than likely. Right, so he gets the key for them cuffs or whatever that's got his niece trapped. Right, so he's off now. He's got his laptop and his whatever, his radio. So he's going to head up the ladder to the helicopter. She says, if you move, I'm dropping this grenade. He says, okay, we'll do it then. And so she does. But then Casey arrives, the grenade goes off. Pegasus missed. It was Delta after all. He says, I've won. There's no way to shut it off. It's going to blow. It's going to shoot unless he shoots the laptop. And he goes, I never thought of that. Oh yes, that was his line there. Nobody beats me in the kitchen. And he shot him. But he's not dead yet. He's not dead. They found Grazer 1 now. They found Grazer 1. And control restored. So they just blow it up. And he goes, I never thought of that. And he falls out. There we go. But he's not dead. Somehow. He falls out of the train. He's not dead. But there we go. We're locked on. I don't know what it means locked on. Are they firing a missile or are they just blowing it up? I don't know. But it just blows up anyway. Press the button, it blows up. So I'm guessing it's self-destruct or whatever. Meanwhile, the train hits the other train. He just gets on the ladder just in time. The other train, the petrol train, is going to hit it. And it hits, look. Oh, no. I'm guessing they're really far back on the train. Now he's going to do his cool running bit. Look, he's fine, by the way, because he's indestructible. He's Captain Scarlet. He's bloody Steven Seagal. I know, I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm stupid. Look, he's fat. This shot here, that's obviously just like a... I mean, it is. It's a cardboard... Not a cardboard. It's just a still image of Eric Bogosian with the train going by him. Look, not even... Look, just move it a little bit. Terrible shot. Anyway, the train's just colliding and colliding. And now Steven Seagal's going to go for this a little jog now. He gets up here now. In a minute, as the train's blowing up and falling, and there's that, oh, I'm in danger. Look at his face. Look, acting. Still, look, the train's coming, the other train, just ploughing through the train he's on, and now, look, he's going to go for a little, look. And here he goes. Oh, no, and the bridge is collapsing now, but he's just going to be like, you ready? Here he comes. Look. Little jog. It's bloody awful, isn't it? He can outrun a train in cowboy boots. Why? Because he's Steven Seagal. Enough said. Yes, he is. It's a little jog like that. Here he comes. Here he comes. Jogging his way to safety. Look there. Oh, he just got through that in time. Anyway. Right, so he's going to get out. Don't worry. There's the train falling off the bridge. Oh, look. Oh, I bet they sped the film up there to make it look as though we're running a little bit faster. Because as I said at the beginning, he's wearing a corset for this because he started putting weight on at Steven Seagal, apparently. He promised he was going to lose it. He was going to get it, his weight off, but it never happened, apparently. But anyway. You can see he's got like chins and stuff, hasn't he? I've no room to talk, but then I'm not a Hollywood star. We almost got Under Siege 3, but 9/11 happened. But it nearly happened years later. But Seagal had overdosed on KFC buckets by then. Yes, what could have been? Still not too late, maybe. Just do it with somebody else. Just do Under Siege 3 with somebody else. Casey Ryback's son or his nephew or whatever. Somebody called Ryback. Not Catherine Heigl, because I don't think she'd do it, would she? Or him, even. Anyway, so Is he there? Yep. I mean, that train's going over, isn't it? Is somehow going to get to this door. Here he goes. He made it, or his stuntman did. But somehow, I don't know how, Eric Bogosian, well, I forgot his name, or Dane, Travis Dane, or whatever he's called, somehow, I don't know how, managed to grab hold of Steven Seagal's, Casey Ryback's foot. I don't know, he was on the floor, wasn't he, as the train were going by. Anyway. Not a corset, body armour 101, is that what it is? Bulletproof vest. I don't think it's allowed in the US anymore, so we'd have to shoot it elsewhere. I don't think have you seen him? Get somebody else to do it. Anyway, so Ryback, wait for me. We make a great team, says Dane, but he's on fire somehow now. I don't know how, but he just is. It looks a long way down as that fire, but somehow he's on fire with really badly composited fire, and he's gonna. Chops his fingers off with the door because it's a super sharp door. I mean, was he super glued on? It just pushed him off, wouldn't it? But anyway, effects, cool gore. And down he goes. There he goes, falls down into the fire. And the helicopter gets engulfed by flame as well. But don't worry, they're all fine. They're all fine. And off they go, flying away after a little scare. There they go. To safety. I never doubted you. Yes, you did. Anyway, so take us home. And the hostages are safe. Probably. They're on the carriages somewhere. Hopefully. Actually, no, they are, aren't they? Because the bridge collapsed, didn't they? I'm thinking hopefully that petrol train's not going to get them, but the bridge collapsed, didn't it? So it's not. Anyway, he made it. Yeah, they're all safe. And then dissolve to the grave of his brother. Is it going to show it? No, not yet. In a minute. The grave of his brother, James A. Ryback. I'm guessing they've been to the grave of his sister-in-law, her mother, at some point. But anyway, so there we go. And they're all friends now. Is he going to be her legal guardian now? I have no idea. But the film ends. There we go. And yeah. It's a fun film. I just don't like Steven Seagal. Can we go home, Uncle Casey? Yes, I'm sure that's what she's saying. Her neat uncle. But anyway, so there we go. That's Under Siege 2, Dark Territory. I do actually like that film, even though I criticise it and moan about it. I don't think there's anything at the end, is there? There's no post-credits scene of Eric Bogosian coming out of the water or something going, I'll be back! Or Everett McGill or whatever. Waking up in hospital with a neck brace on. Which there should have been. But there ain't. No, there ain't. Right, fair enough. Seagal and band singing at the end. What are him singing at the end? I won't pay. I don't know. Let's have a look, see what it says for the music. Give up, Steve. Yes, there we go. After the Train Has Gone, written and produced by Steven Seagal and Todd Smallwood. Is that of the Allman Brothers? And Steven Seagal, there you go. He does think he's Telly Savalas, because Telly Savalas pretends to sing as well, doesn't he? Anyway. So there we go. That's the end of Under Siege 2, Dark Territory. A fun film. I do actually like it. I won't say it's good. I say it's fun. It's not a good film. Some parts of it are really well made. Some aren't. I think for the film, what we got on screen, I think were quite expensive. It was like a $60 million budget, wasn't it? Which 1995 is not to be sniffed at, is it? But yeah, it's fine and fun, as another YouTuber says. But yeah, I think it's on Amazon and it's on YouTube. You can rent it and all that, or buy it, or you can get it on Blu-ray. a vanilla Blu-ray with no special features. But it is well worth a look. I do enjoy it. If only for Brenda Backer's amazing eyes. But anyway, Space Force, Girl Force, JJ West fan says, had fun, thanks. B-movie escapist, enjoy. It is fun. It is a fun film. Apart from Steven Seagal, he kind of spoils it for me. I know, go on about it. I don't like it. I don't know how he's got so successful. We should cover The Glimmer Man next. I don't think so. I haven't even got that. These are the only Steven Seagal films I've got. I used to have On Deadly Ground on VHS, but not anymore. Anyway. Leave Kojak alone. Bloody Telly Savalas. He holds his cigarettes wrong. Every time I've seen him smoking, he holds his cigarettes like that. Anywho, never mind. Right, we're all done. Have a good night in the UK. Night, y'all. Good night, Space Force, Girl Force, JJ West fans. Thank you for keeping me company. But anyway, what's next? What day are we on? Monday and Wednesday. I think I'll be doing my top 5 favourite films of 2000, plus honourable mentions. So that'll be on Wednesday. On Friday, for Friday Night Point with Fear, we're doing a breakdown and review, just saying that, of The Box, because my new Blu-ray arrived. My other one didn't work. It didn't play any of my players. This one does. I've tested it. So we're doing that one. I like that one. Not really a horror film, but sort of is in places. I don't know, it's kind of spooky and weird stuff happens. But anyway, so that's on Friday. And I haven't decided what next Monday's film is. I've got some new Blu-rays, so I'll think of something. Snort Pooper says you could always cover Executive Decision and watch Seagal's character die at the beginning. Yes, it doesn't last long in that one, does it? Thank goodness. Anywho, right. Hang on. Just watch the TZ where he gets his comeuppance. TZ. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Where were we? Mine was Gone in 60 Seconds and Chicken Run in 2000. The Box is a good movie. Nice pick. See ya. I can't remember what I've picked. I've got my list, but I can't remember what I've picked for 2000. Let's have a look. I'm just curious now what my list is. If I can find it, it's here somewhere. There we go. Top 5 movies. What's he doing that for? There we go. Right, scroll down. 2000, where are you? Oh, there we go. I'm not going to tell you what they are. Yes. There's a bit of Sword and Sandals. There's sci-fi, a horror, and another one. And then in the honourable mentions, there's all sorts of stuff. How many honourable mentions have I got for 2025? Anyway. So that's on Wednesday. Twilight Zone. Oh, yes. Dolly Dearest, or whatever. That episode with the doll, isn't it, that gets him? Yes, that one. Right. Anyway, what's in the box? Well, a button. That's what's in the box. Not Brad Pitt's wife's head, is it? Is that in 7? I've never seen 7 all the way through, but Hollow Man, Gladiator, should have said them too. Yes, they're 2 good ones. Anyway, right, so that's it. We're done and dusted. We'll leave it there. So thanks Space Force, Girl Force, JJ West fans, and Justin34, and Wingrace, and Snort Pooper's Cuba, and did anybody else pop in? I think that was it, wasn't it? We had, obviously we had Stream Boo pop in over at on Twitch. I will just check on Rumble and make sure nobody's left a message on Rumble. It's unlikely, but you never know. You never know. No, they haven't. Right. Okie dokie. Right, so we'll leave it there. We're all done and dusted. For another week. Hang on. they actually made her take head and used it in another movie instead. Oh. In 70 on about. I don't know. Because, as I said, I've not seen it all the way through. I've seen bits, but not all of it. Anyway, right, so we're going to leave it there. So, thanks for watching, and wherever you are, look after each other, and all that stuff. And don't forget to like and subscribe, etc., and all that jazz. But anyway, so thanks for watching wherever you are. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee.